Starfield.
Yeah.
Starfield. That was perfect timing.
Starfield.
Starfield.
You know, Starfield. This is definitely what that
This
is.
is a weird. This is a weird gorge for us. I'm going to.
Starfield and Friends.
That's right.
Yeah, so we're going to be streaming this one instead of just doing the normal recording. So I thought I would actually do some live play of Starfield in the background.
Yes, that's right. We are going to play a little bit of Starfield, and we're going to talk about Starfield while Saturn definitely plays Starfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Starfield.
So, yeah, I'm like, this is an interesting way. I don't remember Starfield starting like this.
So, I should clarify, I do have, it is a Bethesda game, so I have been modding it a bit.
I see.
And the Horizon guy, the big overhaul guy, he actually has already done a complete game overhaul of Starfield.
Where you just rebuilt the game from the ground up? Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? It's certainly more colorful than normal Starfield, which is good. It actually has an interesting saturated color palette instead of muddy concrete.
You know,
isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? That it's good. That this is good instead of bad. Because Starfield is a good video game, right, guys?
Yeah,
you know what?
Definitely.
You know what, Sarah?
We
did spend like combined $400 to play Starfield.
So yeah.
So it has to have been good, right?
It has to have been good.
It couldn't be that we spent all this money for literally no reason for a game that both of us got bored with. Within
I got about 30 hours in. I know you got a little bit further than me.
But when did you get bored with it?
Oh.
When did you realize
That's a hell of a question.
When did you realize this wasn't going to be what you thought it was going to be?
I would say about 10 hours in.
It was much sooner than that for me. I feel like, personally.
I feel like I realized that this game was not going to be what I wanted to be. Starfield, by the way. It's Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield. This mod so far is actually pretty good. I really like the color grade and the ambiance and like.
Yeah.
It's got this thing where it's a survival game, but you know now like they finally expanded on all those mechanics that were in vanilla Starfield.
Yeah. Right, and now they're useful.
They didn't do much with. Actually, I'm gonna real quick switch to first person on Starfield.
I think it wasn't that I got bored, but I realized I had the oh no response to it when I got the second power up, the second of the Starborn power up, and I was like,
and you realized it was the same, the same thing as the first one,
and I just went,
okay. I had my moment of realizing that this was not going to be a good experience because I already knew going in there were only like 4 main companions with any depth, right? Like there's a bunch of like little minor companions, but there are only 4 companions of any substantial depth, right? And I got Sarah, and I was like, "Oh, you're pretty boring," but there's a space cowboy, voiced by Adam Jensen, so
it should be the easiest heat in the world, right?
That should be the easiest W of all time. And then he also was really boring, and I went, "Oh no!" Yeah. No.
I realized something was up when we got all the companions at once, pretty much.
Yeah, except for the last bitch, Andresia.
Yeah, the assassin lady who's not really an assassin because she doesn't do anything wrong ever.
She doesn't do anything cool or interesting.
Yeah.
The most you could have like a moral, the most you could have of like an evil party member is like a goth lady who isn't like outwardly nice.
Yeah, and I mean, like, she used to be part of the evil snake cult, but she's not anymore. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. She's a good guy now.
She's a good guy now. She used to be part of the evil snake cult. right?
I think the funny, not funny, but like the most interesting thing is that you and I, Sarah, especially, have been talking forever about Starfield.
That's correct.
In the sense of, it doesn't have to be good. It just has to be as good as Fallout.
That's correct.
Diva and Peanut are also very opinionated about this.
But
they also have many thoughts and feelings about it. Yeah,
it had to be as good as Fallout 4, which is a high bar.
They've done a rather dramatic. Oh my God, Nota! They've done a rather dramatic alternate start here. By the way, I have to actually find and repair the starship now. Which is they've completely gotten rid of the extremely slow and bad scripted intro.
Instead of them just giving you a spaceship for no good goddamn reason.
Yeah.
The subtleties of differences between the intro Fallout 4 and the intro of Starfield, right?
Which I don't think is a good intro. It should be said. I don't think the intro of Fallout 4 is a good intro.
No, not at all.
No.
But at least with the intro of Fallout 4, you are introduced to the mechanics in a way that introduces them, but doesn't lock you into them forever.
Right.
Because, people complain about, oh, you get power armor and a minigun in the first couple hours of Fallout 4, right? Yeah, right. You get a busted suit of power armor that'll probably get mostly drained in that first fight with the Deathclaw. And you get a minigun that you're going to run out of ammo with really quickly. Right?
Depending on what difficulty you're playing on, and considering how they balance those games, there's a good chance you'll run out of minigun ammo while fighting the Deathclaw.
Yeah, exactly. And you're going to have to get out a fucking pipe to finish beating the Deathclaw to death. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But you're introduced to the idea of, you can customize your power armor. You can build it. When you find the parts, you can fix it back up and get it running again.
Sure, it's like it's giving you something to aspire towards.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Starfield, you get a ship that you have no reason to upgrade ever.
That's right. There is no reason to upgrade the Constellation ship except to give it better guns. But space combat in that game fucking sucks. It's just bad.
There's so minimum amount of space combat.
Yeah.
In the game that you have no reason to. You're not incentivized at any point to actually upgrade your ship at any point.
It's optional. It's just it's so. I've never seen a video game that that all of its composite parts are so optional. It's like a video game that is terrified of offending you, right?
That's exactly it.
Yeah, it's a video game that just doesn't want to piss you off in any way.
That's why all of your companions agree with you for everything you do. Why you can't fail or piss them off in any way, no matter what you do. Why you can't join the pirates for real. You
can't really join the pirates.
You can only pretend to be a pirate. They did fix that in this mod pack, by the way, as part of the main plot. You can actually go to outlaw star systems, and they have weird mechanics about how it is that you
become an outlaw.
Yeah, because they have a thing where if you're in outlaw star systems, they don't actually let you go back to the normal star system unless you do some shit to falsify your passports and things like that. It's kind of involved.
It's like a whole process. Yeah. Also, hi Ota.
Hi everybody.
Hi Ota. As you can see, we're playing Starfield right now.
We're playing Starfield.
It's Starfield.
Oh, cool.
Yay! Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's Starfield. By the way. Happy April 1st, everyone. It's Starfield.
Okay. There's also orange rolls. I had food.
Frozen tubers.
I didn't feel like cooking. I was so tired.
I was actually going to ask it, but
I'm sorry. I
and hey, look, wildlife.
Wildlife.
What the hell is that? Eat it.
No.
Eat it.
You know what?
Or you can.
Okay.
Food. Oh no!
Eat it.
No!
I got a feline liver from that.
I thought you could pet. It's cute. You monster.
Sorry. I want to eat it.
I don't have creature pellets yet. So if you feed them creature pellets, they'll sometimes they'll just poop. Other times they will guide you to buried caches. Look at this little beast.
Oh, it's so fucked up. I kind of love it.
It's the animal they ride in Wizards.
Yeah. Oh, what's the animal they rode in Wizards?
Part of what the mod does is they actually have it so it like procedurally generates the fauna, so there's like a vast variety of alien wildlife.
It's not just like the same Mirelurk over and over again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That actually... Most of this game I was very bored with Starfield by the end of it. I was pissed that there are just no aliens.
There are no aliens.
Like,
There's not even like cool alien monsters, right?
Wait, are we playing Starfield?
Yeah, we're playing Starfield. This is a modded Starfield.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, this is I was mentioning at the beginning of the stream, but the what's the mod? The Horizon mod guy has already unfucked Starfield to make it good.
And we're playing that version.
Yeah.
But we're ranting about the base game, Starfield.
Yeah. We're ranting about unmodded Starfield. This is modded Starfield.
The simple fact that there's no that's your twist, right? You find this star child or whatever, the Starborns or whatever. They're aliens. There's your twist. Like, holy shit, you are playing the space game where you get to make first contact, right?
Right, and you get to make, and it's like super easy because it's a Bethesda game, which ostensibly means there are some type of like plot choices that you can be making, right?
Yeah.
And how you handle first contact might be important to like what kind of. I know that you can never like. Choice-based video games is kind of a lie, just in general, because like you can only account for so many permutations unless it's within a very small setting.
But I mean, you can easily do it like Skyrim style, where it's like you either choose to piss them off if they're an enemy faction, or you choose to like try and join them.
Right.
These little bugboos.
Look at these little scooters, and there's a big scooter.
Yeah, that's a moment. I don't have I have to like actually unlock the detailed scanner. I don't have the detailed scanner yet, but you can find out things about like their weird alien genders and their dietary. You find out about their bone nuggets.
We love weird alien gender.
We love weird alien nuggets.
Right? I do love. I love making weird alien chicken nuggets.
Like when animals have a genetic structure.
Yeah, exactly. I love that.
Yeah.
Wish we could have had that in base Starfield. Just like. As an idea to do something instead of nothing. Every choice they could have made with this game, they opted to do nothing instead.
Yeah, it's really bizarre that basically at all times they were just like, we're just gonna do nothing. Like our companions aren't gonna have any personality. Like the plot isn't really going to have any stakes because like the whole thing with Constellation is ostensibly like they want to, they're like an explorers club, right? But everywhere you go already has a fucking outpost on it. It's already got a name. Like you're not going to any cool unexplored space. There's always something fucking there, right? Like, and it's not even like, oh, we're going to find... I mean, there are ancient ruins, but they're the same ancient ruins over and over again, right? Like, they're not making anything new. Like, you're not finding anything new. What's the fucking point?
Yeah, what are you...
Oh, fuck, it's so cold out.
Everything has been done for... Yeah, you know what? Weather means nothing in Starfield.
Yeah, you just hit, like, a certain... You hit 0 endurance or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
And then that's it. You don't die from it or anything. Because again, they're just terrified of like inconveniencing you, right? Like, God forbid there be any friction in you. It's a frictionless video game experience, right? Like, and unfortunately, no friction at all is bad. Like, a little, like I keep saying that FF7 Rebirth is kind of like an immaculate super game, even with all of its fucking like jank, because friction good. Yeah. That might surprise you, but like sometimes you want the video game to fight back against you and make you mad. You have to earn it.
You want a little bit of spice.
You want a little bit of spice in your life. You want to spice up your life, like the time-honored song of the Spice Girls, right?
Yeah.
Like you gotta spice up your life, okay?
That's right.
Yeah, thank you.
Fallout 4. You could make a companion mad enough that they don't want to hang out with you anymore, and you can't get them back.
Right.
You can do that.
You don't know you gotta kill them.
Like, you make choices, and it will piss off an entire faction.
What if
now you have to deal with that?
But what if instead of that we had a party of all Preston Garveys?
Yeah, but
just
like
every single one of them a Preston Garvey.
But like not even as compelling as Preston Garvey, right? Who is not the most interesting Fallout 4 companion by a mile, but is still more interesting than any random asshole in
Because
Starfield.
guess what? Thanks to Nuka World, you can piss off Preston Garvey.
That's true.
He has an opinion about something, and he believes in it strongly enough that he will leave you.
It's really like I just think constantly about how there's just nothing.
Yeah. Here's something fun they added in the mod.
Oh.
This is a little bit of a spoiler, but as you can see, this thing is talking to me in words I don't understand, right?
Oh.
And I can learn knowledge from it. And I can learn their language, because I'll meet beasts whose language I do not know. And I have to learn it word by word in order to understand what the fuck they're talking about.
That's right.
Imagine Starfield had aliens in it. Well, now you don't have to imagine.
We've modded the aliens in.
I just watched the episode of Star Trek where they were trying to communicate with the
guys, the people who only speak in metaphor.
Yeah, they only speak in like
when the walls fell.
basically.
Shaka when the walls fell, like the best episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, literally ever.
So bad, his eyes red.
Yeah, literally the best episode ever.
That shit rules.
That shit fucking whips when you figure it out at the same time as Picard, like what he's saying by using like his weird metaphorical speech, right? And then it becomes like, oh, you have like a moment where Picard says Darmok and Jalad on the ocean. It means they were together. They left together as friends. And you're like, you have like a moment.
Yeah, you.
And there's nothing like that in Starfield, where you're like having like a moment of connection with an alien species, where you go like, oh, they might not be so different from ourselves after all.
I love the really cool FGO reference where they started talking about Gilgamesh and Enkidu.
Yeah. By the way, a very cool FGO reference in the episode Darmok in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's that one Tumblr read from the anime? It's like, yeah, we're looking for a mad popular BL. Mad popular BL. The Epic of Gilgamesh!
Yeah, the Epic of Gilgamesh.
That's correct. The most popular boys' love of all time. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now,
second close follow-up being, of course, the Tales of Genji.
You're correct. Yes.
I do not remember. I think it was back this way.
This mod is cool. It lets you fumble and not know what you're doing.
No.
Someone flew by. A little man. I'm sorry I don't have any food. I don't know what a creature
fell it is. Oh my god, you're such a little guy!
But no, like
little guys.
The thing that is like all these different parts of Starfield that are lesser than the sum of the whole, right? Like, or the whole is the lesser of its parts.
Correct.
Shipbuilding could have been the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
But it sucks.
But it sucks instead.
Because there's no...
I will give them credit. I do think it's extremely funny that the jank-ass design of the game in vanilla, not in this modded version, is such that the optimal way to build a ship is to just gummy ship it and build like a hollow cube.
Yeah.
They will target center mass and just constantly miss you.
That's correct.
But like, in Fallout 4, you can build a settlement that goes from a couple shacks with some rusty beds in them to a small city, right?
Right.
Or a large city if you're insane and you've spent 2,500 hours playing the video game. Don't worry about it.
The scale equivalent of that in Starfield should be, you start off with a ship of like 4 or 5 people in a cruiser, right? You're like a little scouting ship. And you end up with a dreadnought with a crew of like 20 people, right?
Yeah, you end up on the Enterprise. Yeah.
But you can only have a crew of like 5 people total.
Even on your massive fucking spaceship. Yeah.
It's bizarre.
It's insane.
Like, why are we limited to crewmates when they don't leave the ship ever? The crewmates exist on the ship mostly to be quick select for who you want as your companion, right? Because you can recruit not just the 4 Constellation guys, but also any random schmuck that wants to join your crew, right?
Right.
And they have
Joe Schmo at all.
They have like minor gathering boosts or something.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like plus 10 points to who fucking cares.
Yeah. The most pointless thing ever. It's like, why not just let us have you get a freighter class ship, right?
Right.
You can have a crew of 20 people now. And they'll just run around your ship.
And they do shit. They add fucking, I don't know, damage points to your guns, right? Yeah. The more people you have, the more people you have manning your guns. So it makes sense. But then again, see, the thing is, they can't make ship combat good, or they can't make ships good, because there's no reason to use your fucking ship.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Like you can't fly between planets. You don't gotta fly between, like, you literally can't. And you don't have to engage with space combat at all.
You can just leave at any time.
You can just leave whenever you want. And just say, fuck it, I'm out. And then, like, come back later when the enemy encounter is gone.
Right? I did it. I made the animal scan visor. Tell me about your bug gender. Gender, radical.
Gender,
radical.
That's my gender.
It produces a crab apple.
Apple?
What are you? Tell me your name, little beast.
Tell me your weird gender.
Tell me about your little beast name. Your gender is male.
Oh, okay. Well.
Notes. Can feel love.
Ah.
Aw, he's a little... And you killed one of them, Saturn!
Well, because I told him to.
Well, you shouldn't listen to
I wanted to eat it.
You shouldn't listen to Oats ever!
Did I do that?
Oh, whoopsie doodles.
Whoopsie, I killed something capable of love.
You can scan things in Starfield and it does nothing.
He was upset about it.
See, Diva's mad that you killed something that can.
And the other thing is, here's your encouragement in the mod, by the way. So I have to start. The mod has a very bizarre feature where, for some reason, the Horizon guy went and made a whole global server for it for the discoveries, right? Because everything's on a fixed seed, and so your reward is if you're the first person to discover like a planet or an animal on a planet, you can commit it to the server, and you can even rename it, and you get like an in-game monetary reward for discovering the creature.
Okay.
Oh,
like a video game would do.
Like a video game would do. That would give you a reason to do something. Come here, baby. Come here, Diva. Come over here. Not over there. You're so fired up. Come here.
I think the most infuriating, one of the most infuriating things was when it's like, oh hey, you don't have the fuel to jump to this part of the galaxy.
It doesn't matter.
Just hop to this part of the galaxy, then you can hop to the other part of the galaxy. It's like, no!
Yeah.
I don't have fuel! Stop me from going somewhere. Encourage me to upgrade my ship.
Let me do literally... Like, give me some friction. Give me something...
What happens...
That makes me want to fucking play the video game and overcome the challenge.
But let me ask you a question, guys. One of the first things that happens in New Vegas.
Right.
You go outside... and you see New Vegas in the distance, and it's like a straight shot to New Vegas.
Right. What
happens?
You try to go to New Vegas, and you hit Deathclaw Valley, and you get your whole ass exploded.
And then the game goes, you gotta go around.
You gotta take the long way. And there's even somebody outside Deathclaw Valley who's like, don't go in there, it's full of Deathclaws, but it is the short way to New Vegas. And you can go, fuck it, I'm gonna go anyway. And if you're smart... and you know how to do the video game, you can avoid the Deathclaws and not die in Deathclaw Valley and get to New Vegas faster, right?
Right.
It's like, oh, that's cool. I did like a little cheeky thing to have a little bit of fun with the video game.
You are blocked off from going to an area that you need to get to. But if you're smart... and you've done this before maybe, or you just are really lucky, you can get past it. Or,
yes, you can kind of sneak along.
Or you have to take the long way around and encounter a bunch of really cool shit along the way that makes you go, oh hey, you know what, maybe I'll take a break and I'll check this out instead. This looks kind of interesting.
Right.
You know, you're encouraged to explore or be really smart about your gameplay. right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Even Fallout 4, right?
Yes, there are multiple routes to Diamond City. I'm always telling people you can take the hard way through Cambridge, or you can take the easy way past Oberlin Station. The easy way past Oberlin Station takes longer, but you're not going to fight any super mutants. Or you can take the really hard and insane way and go east instead, right?
Yeah.
And like really fight your way through the shit.
We have, by the way, successfully repaired our ship. And now we can take off from the surface and in atmosphere flight out of the atmosphere and into space.
Wow, imagine that.
And look, there's some details with the star system we're in. That's
And
crazy.
Go name a planet after us.
Fly to it. Go fly. Pick a planet to go fly to, Saturn.
Well, let's also real quick. Let's see. Discovered by me, you say. Let's rename and upload that. Gorge Podcast House.
Yeah.
And we'll call this one Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
I see.
And now the star system is named Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Forever.
Forever.
I see.
That's
If
right.
someone else online stumbles across the star system for the first time, they will note it is called Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
And there is a planet there called Gorge Podcast House.
That's cool.
And
Now let's pick a planet and just fly to it.
yeah.
Absolutely, let's
Look
do
at this
that.
thing you can do in this game. That's like
And then
all
we'll
about
land
exploring.
on that planet.
But I am first going to break these things real quick, because I'm getting
Alright, 'cause we need
something
some
called tritium. Yes.
And that's our fuel.
Yes, and I can just shoot these little things and pop them, and I have this
It's amazing how
lovely,
much,
buttery smooth ship control.
yeah, it's amazing how much better this looks compared to flying ships in base Starfield. Like,
Yeah.
So let's go to, let's see, you're a very
it's-
long way. You're closer, right?
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
so it's hilarious how much you are actively discouraged from doing any kind of exploring or finding something new in Starfield.
Oh, I know.
That's the bread and butter of every Bethesda game, right? Is
Yeah.
what's that?
Oh, I'm getting pinged on my radio.
Even like Fallout 3, which I think is significantly worse than 4. Right? Is like,
Yeah.
oh hey, there's something over there that I can go look at. It's not going to be very good, but it's something.
And there's always something to explore. There's always cool shit to see. Like,
It wants me to go here on this planet I was already flying to.
It feels so much less like an adventure town. Because like Fallout 4, the world of Fallout, the world of Skyrim are adventure towns, right? Like,
Right.
you are your job is explorer or adventurer, you know. Fallout still has the pulp action, like exploration aspect to it. Starfield is all conquered civilized nations.
yeah.
It's like saying you're gonna go fucking exploring like New England.
yeah.
And anything that doesn't have a town in it is like flat dirt with rocks.
Like you're
and,
like,
and
I'm
all
gonna
of
go
those places that are flat dirt with rocks still have outposts on it.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at this. I found a
Wow.
crouched trader. I'm not going to...
Woo!
Well, I'll land here. I can't do anything here yet, because I haven't made a digging tool sufficient to dig up all the lost cargo. But, like, look, it's a crashed freighter. It's just around. If I get a digging tool, I can actually, like, deform the terrain to get loose the defunct cargo boxes. So I can harvest the goodies still inside.
So there's like something cool and unique to do to like give you a reason to explore? That's what you're saying?
Yeah!
Wow.
And this little bit has like a cool little like plot, like a little like side story thing going in where I like look at the final logs of the starship. It's really hard to believe that just one guy, or I guess actually thinking about it, the Horizon guy, I think is actually a team of like I want to say between 8 and 30 people who are headquartered in the United Kingdom.
Yeah. So about the size of, say, I don't know, Hello Games.
Yeah. A very similar sized operation. And I just saw there's something in the background moving out there.
Oh, it's coming to grab your ghoulies.
I hope not.
Your ghoulies. Protect your ghoulies.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Are you here to grab my ghoulies?
Are you? It might be here to grab your ghoulies.
No,
it is not here to grab my ghoulies. Oh, its behavior is aggressive, but no gender.
Diet old bones.
Like them
Just
old bones.
Only old bones, not new bones.
My bones are very new, so I'm going to leave him alone.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything he wants.
Every planet you can go to in Starfield
these flying animals
is either conquered or it's a empty field with like maybe one cool thing in it.
And really, one cool thing is kind of a stretch. There was nothing in Starfield in the 30 hours I played, and I tried to explore a lot, but it's just so fucking boring. There is nothing on like random procedurally generated planets in Starfield that made me ever go like, wow, that's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in it that made me think that ever.
There are so many planets that have lower gravity than Earth for the explicit reason of, well, the thing that we wanted you to find is like really far away, so you can just do your jetpack hopping to get to it quicker because we still couldn't put vehicles in the game.
Ooh, look at that!
Look at that!
Oh, a cargo ship taking off.
That fucking rules!
And I have a little thing that tells me where I'm trying to like triangulate the position of a signal I was given, so I have to like kind of play a little bit of hide and seek with it. It's pretty like lush planet too, by the way.
It's so beautiful.
I'm thinking about how in unmodded Starfield, there's tons of planets where it's just like some gray rocks and like no features of interest whatsoever.
Yeah, it's crazy that like, they spent all that time making the game, and like it doesn't have any cool, pretty planets. They all just kind of look the same.
Yeah.
Sometimes they've got like the same grass and trees as Fallout 4, but that's it.
Desert.
Look at this big boy.
Gender asymmetric. What does that mean?
Look at these huge beasts.
Like a starfish. It's got gonads on one side and then a pussy on the other.
Look at that thing. I love him.
What a creatora.
He's such a good. That's what Peanut looks like.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Even more creatoras over there.
Oh, look at that creator. They're big creatoras.
Inattentive. Produces creature egg.
Its diet is Gravitino balls.
Oh, you haven't seen Gravitino balls. Maybe we'll find Gravitino.
I'm trying to not see anybody's Gravitino balls if I can help it.
The evil robots don't like when you take Gravitino balls.
Oh!
There's evil robots, by the way.
Well, you know what? We love evil robots. Literally, Pippa's our favorite character in Big A Nerds.
That's right.
So,
What else can I bitch about?
You know what we can bitch about? They added a really well-written and compelling narrative in this mod. It's very it's kind of it's weird and classic sci-fi, but it's got kind of a religious angle to it, right?
Oh.
And there's sort of this very interesting bit about finding peace and purpose in a universe that's too big to care about you and that may also be dying. And there's cool themes and there's characters in it who do things and have distinct personalities, which is a step up.
Yeah, I'll say from nothing.
From nothing. Yeah, the game, the base game is nothing actually. There's no the big thing about Starfield. Its big moment that almost works if it had good character. The thing is that, some of the concepts in Starfield would almost work if it had good character writing instead of no character writing. It doesn't even have bad character. It just doesn't have any.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that Starfield hinges on you giving a shit about its characters, right? It's... Because, the big thing is, there's a moment where the Starborn attack both your satellite base and also your main base, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then later it turns out that you meet a Starborn from another universe, and that Starborn is whoever died, like, as a result of you picking to go help one location or another, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, cool. Like, in a better game, that would be like, oh, shit, this is like a version of, like, my love interest who died and I am now seeing again, but it's not the same person, right? But, like, you look like this person who was my love interest, but you died, right?
Right.
That, on paper, is cool. Unfortunately, Starfield doesn't care if you care about its character. Holy shit.
What the hell is that thing?
Saturn?
I switched to a later save file, and I wanted to show that I am playing as Pippa currently.
That's correct.
Also, here's Altera, the White Colossus.
Ah, I'm glad that you named your ship after Attila the Hun.
Yeah, she's very. I switched to this because I realized what I really want to do is I want to do a little bit more flying around, but B also as here's my freighter, by the way.
Ooh.
Which I'm going to go dock on real quick.
Look at your rainbow trail. That's very nice.
Yeah, it's a little effect I got. But so I can actually go land on this after I steer my own ship into the into the exterior of my freighter.
Oh, it's not a loading screen?
No, not a loading screen. This is also in atmosphere flight, just seamless. You know.
Oh, nice.
Over there are some other ships that I own. You know, I can just switch my active ship by just walking up to the ships I own and just getting in them.
Talk to a guy?
No, I just go to them. They're in my I just have them stored here, and I just go to them, and I get in them, and then that's my new active ship.
Wow.
I see.
What a concept.
Wait a second, this interior doesn't look right. This isn't Starfield.
No, this is definitely Starfield. Here's a space alien, by the way. He's my captain. I can't currently get anyone back for missions, but I can like talk to him to send out freighters to do jobs for me and like bring me back resources and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
I was gonna say before I lose track of it. Sarah's point about the Starborn being a copy of your dead crewmate, right?
Right.
The game never does anything with that, considering the fact that you are not allowed to at any point hang out with the Starborn.
No.
Right.
Because they're like, well, yeah, it's me. I'm the one who died. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
Classic Bethesda writing.
Yeah. It's just like it's just there's just nothing there. Like some of the ideas they go for, they do like a cheap knockoff of Titanfall 2's time travel section.
which is the best mission in the game.
Yeah,
Easily.
because they stole it from Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
Like
I sold it to you.
Where like you have to decide what timeline to save, right? By the end of it.
Right.
And it's like, well, that's a choice that you have to make. That's
sure, and it has like a repercussion. It's not much of a repercussion, but it's something.
Yeah. You have to decide which timeline is the real timeline, and that's like a thing to think about. Where it's like, well, obviously we're gonna save the good one, but then you're like, well, no, maybe this was supposed to happen. This is how it's supposed to be, and
you're fucking things up by picking a different timeline. Yeah.
It's like, well, there's nothing like that in the rest of the entire fucking game.
I know. I have to open a window. It's kind of stuffy in here. Hold on.
Also, I am like turning on the hyperdrive to like go to all these planets faster. But if you're a sicko, you can just like spend the absurd amount of time to just fly to it manually. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can.
You got nowhere to be.
Listen, I love going sicko mode.
Yeah.
You know?
It would take you several real in-game days to do, like real life days to do so.
Sure.
But you can do it if you want to. It's not like a weird thing where you like travel into orbit outside of a planet and it's just actually an empty skybox and you don't actually exist in physical reality near any other, thing in the planet. That doesn't happen.
It's crazy that we haven't. This is This is kind of like I mean, like, I know this is just a Starfield mod, but it looks older.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that we haven't seen any load time, right?
Yeah, it's really weird. Also, this planet is got a sort of spooky ambiance to it.
It's so pink and purple. I love
it. It's very purpo.
Looks like a level from a PS2 game.
Actually, do I have these on me?
Oh, is your menu in real time?
Yeah.
Oh,
my ship's just coasting right now. Actually.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I think you can change that in like a setting if you want.
Sure.
I have too much shit in here.
A menu that seems like functional to use and like would make sense to how you would want to sort things. And you're not going through pages and pages of menus to get to the thing you want to get to.
We'll just like land here for funsies. Why not?
We can building.
This one isn't a very special one. This is just a big. This appears to just be a little radio post. And there's a little bit of the. Oh, good. The weather is painful mist.
I love painful mist.
I love painful mist.
Starfield's settlement building or outpost building,
right?
Is so undercooked that it's just 2 raw eggs and a cup of flour.
Yeah, it's really insane how there's settlements in Fallout 4, right? But they don't, and they're you don't have to do them, but they still serve a purpose, right?
Right. Like they exist for you to gather resources, to gather parts, and
even just as an easy way to make money, right?
Yeah.
Like you can do just a simple thing of setting up a bunch of water purification systems, and that's a super easy way. You can turn yourself into a water baron, right? And make money that way. And that's like a system in the video game that you're engaging with as a way to help you, right?
Right.
Or that one YouTuber who decided to make a mute fruit slavery farm.
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations, you have now engaged with the video game.
You have used the video game's mechanics to create narrative text.
And some of these places that you're building from, the places you're going to be going to back and forth a lot to do this or that. So it's like, well, you might as well spruce up the place if you're going back here, right?
Sure.
Starfield, I tried to create an outpost once. And it was like, I picked a random planet on my path that I'm like, I don't know if this is a good location. I'm never around this area.
Right. It's not like you're ever coming back.
So they hugely expand the map. Just real quick, they hugely expand the map. Every single one of these stars you can see is a star system you can go to.
Sure.
That over there is the galactic core. I'm currently 715,000 light years away from it.
Oh, nice.
And so there's a thing you can do where you could, just if you want, crawl a slow crawl all the way to the galactic core to see the end of the game. However, I haven't really been doing that because as you can see, there's a lot of content. I do have to see all these stars, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course. You've got stuff to do. There's stuff to do.
Yeah,
But even if you don't even necessarily engage in settlement building, it does serve a purpose in that. Because like Ben said, that I never come back to this. You're never going to go back to that planet. The thing is, in Fallout 4, you build, if you don't want to engage with building a whole town, right? You don't want to fuck with Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Then Red Rocket is just outside of town, and the purpose of you're setting up a base at Red Rocket because it has a carry weight system, right? So the idea is you go out, you explore, you come back, you drop off the stuff you want to keep, and you put it in your workbench. And then you go out and you explore a new area, and you come back. It's like you're doing real adventurer shit. You have a home base, like a real camp, and you're coming back and forth. It has a purpose to constantly return to,
Right.
Because it's all one contained map. It's like, okay, you're incentivized. That is your incentive of building up little zones in in each of the kind of zones in the game is there's an incentive to build something there, even if it's not a full settlement. If you don't want to engage with settlement building, just don't build the fucking settlement, the settler recruitment beacon, right?
Right, yeah.
If you just want it for yourself, you can do that.
That's about the only loading screen you'll see in the entire game, by the way, is jumping between systems. They really optimized this for this mod.
That's awesome.
Also, there's a black hole in orbit of this gas giant, which seems...
This looks fucking sick as shit, though.
Yeah, it's, you know, a little dangerous.
Yeah, it's a little.
The planet's super critical. That's not great. I'll come back to that black hole, but I want to go to the space station first so I can show off, like, space stations. Because these actually got changed a bit in the newest update. Now they have these, like, really cool exteriors that kind of have, like, characters that are specific to, like, what alien species is here and what kind of economy they have and stuff like that. And then you can just swoosh right in.
Very nice.
The fact that you cannot make a space station in base Starfield is ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's your settlement building. You build a space station.
Yeah, like who cares about building on a planet you're never come back to? Why can't you build a station in the middle of a bunch of systems and use that as like your jumping off point to go to explore to different places, right?
Because that's what you do instead of you didn't upgrade your fuel storage. Well, now you have 4 loading screens instead of 2.
Right.
Instead of that, it's you can't get this far. We'll build a space station here, and now you can get further because you have a reason to fuel up again.
Right. You've got to come back to this place. It's crazy.
The mod has a few different ways of dealing with that. I mean, the space stations, I don't think they let you do anything to these, even though, like, the new stuff. But, again, like, you saw the freighter earlier. Like, that's, like, a game investment where it's, like, that's sort of like a mobile base you can bring with you. It's not the same as you ship. But you can also just do on-planet shack building still. And it's, like...
Yeah.
I actually don't know if I'm anywhere near the planets where my shacks are to show them off. They're not very, they're not very... The fuck is that?
Go check it out.
Let's find out. I don't know what a contoured planet is.
A contoured planet?
Yeah, and as you can see, I just flew through a planet's ice crystal ring. That's cool.
It's fine.
I like being able to do that. This one may have weird shit on it. Who knows?
Might have some cool shit.
Maybe there's fancy shit on the contoured
Maybe you'll go to
planet.
it and you'll find something that you've never seen before.
Instead of the same shitty rocky field.
This one appears to be a rocky field, but let's see. What the fuck?
Whoa.
Just trying to find a landing zone. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, the Sentinels aren't happy here. Flora, forfeited. Fauna, between worlds.
We're between worlds.
I see. Biologically active rock. I gotta go.
I don't know. But like, look at these cool fucked up tall things. I don't know what they are, but they're cool.
They could be anything.
They could be a bear.
A gorilla. Anything.
A gorilla. You know anything.
Oh,
Anything is possible.
I can show you. Oh god, they're
rolling.
Are those?
Are they alive?
Those are animals.
Are they like space? Oh, that's awesome.
Possesses language.
Possesses language.
They produce fiendish roe. I want to have that piece of sushi.
Yeah. Oh hey, by the way, this is a Gravitino ball.
Oh, I told you I didn't want to see nobody's Gravitino balls, but that's fine.
The evil robots don't like that I took it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. We can fight an evil robot if we... Oh, Swarm is hunting. What does that mean?
It means these.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Are those the evil robots?
These are a variety of evil robot. They don't like me very much. Get out of here.
Fuck off. Fuck out of here.
Ah, God, they're shooting at me with the guns. Ah, God.
I'm gonna shoot you with my gun, and I'm gonna take your shit.
I gotta get out of here.
I gotta go.
There's evil robots.
They don't like that. I took the Gravitino balls.
They took... Oh, God. They took the Gravitino balls. That's what happened to people.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. They're everywhere. Get them.
I forget the button to alt fire. Oh, that one.
There you go.
Probably the alt fire button.
We love a good alt fire, folks.
I made a grenade launcher on my custom mining laser combination assault rifle. Also shoot grenades. I'm getting off this evil planet full of balls.
I love this evil planet full of balls. It's so hostile and weird.
The evil robots are deploying starships to chase me.
Oh, because you took their Gravitino balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Gravitino ball finger.
Chase me at your peril. Oh shit, my homies came to save me.
Oh, sick!
Because you can recruit homies who will appear to defend you.
Wow, it's like a real game.
It's like a real video game. Fuck, I might actually have to play this video game.
This mod looks pretty sick, actually. Not gonna lie.
I might actually have to.
It's really hard to believe this is just a free mod for Starfield and not like a bespoke video game.
Yeah, that came out. They came out about 7 years before Starfield did.
It's definitely not a video game you can buy for like what, like $40 right now?
I think they still sell it for full price when it's like not a thing, but they put that shit on sale all the time though.
Yeah, sure. But it's not that. You wouldn't spend, you don't have to spend. But maybe
this is
should.
a free Starfield mod.
Right. But maybe you should spend money on it because it's good instead of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You donate to the creator's Patreon in the form of a one-time purchase, Will.
For what reason did we have to upgrade our computers for that game? Like, what did it do that required?
It was poorly optimized.
It was poorly optimized. You know?
That's definitely a big part of it.
I don't regret upgrading.
Considering I can no longer play the game because I can't land on New Atlantis anymore.
Oh yeah, it's just fucking schmacked, isn't it?
Yeah, my game will crash 70% of the time if I try to land on New Atlantis, one of the main hub cities of the game.
Well, listen, you're really not missing out on much.
It's for the best, yeah.
Todd is helping you there. I mean, like, I don't regret upgrading my PC.
No, of course, because it served other purposes.
Yeah, because, like, I'm gonna need it for fucking Dawn Trail anyways, right? Like, I was not gonna play Dawn Trail on my old
Dawn Trail, Rebirth, even like Cyberpunk was benefited from that.
Yeah, I've benefited tremendously from upgrading my computer, for sure. But, like, I also sold my PlayStation 5 for it. I'm like, man, I really sold my PS5 for this fucking thing. Huh. I guess that's fine.
It's okay.
It's okay.
The evil robots don't like to mess with these trading chip stations, though. So
that makes sense. I know how EVE Online works.
Yeah.
I don't. Explain it to me.
Well, there's a 5-hour video by Down the Rabbit Hole who will do all of that for
I still need to watch that video.
It's really good. It's insane.
Now, where's that black hole?
That video is fucking... That, like, the amount of real human politics that are happening inside of EVE Online is fucking insane. Right?
It's a video game that people get extremely crazy about.
Yeah, it's like they get really crazy about it, and like they're just doing politics for real in the video game.
Yeah, they're doing
like
backroom trading.
People. Yeah, they're like doing backroom trading and assassinating like leaders of trade guilds because it threatens like their power. It's fucking crazy. I love it. I just love the story of EVE Online. It's fucking wild.
I'll never play it, but I like hearing about it.
God, no.
I like hearing it. Yeah, it's like listening to the news, but less depressing.
It's like going to the zoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't want to get in the tiger enclosure, but I'll check it out.
I would get in the giraffe enclosure.
Yeah, maybe that'd be fine.
That'd be fun.
I don't remember where this black hole was. I really want to find it.
Well, yeah, but I'm not a lion. I'm a people.
I'd like to feed the penguin.
You're weaker than a lion.
No, I'm not.
I'd like to get in the penguin enclosure and feed the penguins. That'd be great.
Oh, you know what I can show you
because your confidence.
Because you can land on these planets that have these giant gas rings around them. I'm gonna go land on this one real quick. And one of the things that they didn't have to do, but I like, is that they do keep in mind the position of the different astronomical features as you're on the planets. Like that planet is where that planet in the distance is where that planet is. But also the position of the rings in the sky is accurate to wherever you landed.
Oh, that's fun.
So, like, if you landed immediately under that, it would just be like a thin strip on the sky.
Right.
Hi, bud.
Oh,
What the fuck is up with your head? Ugh.
I hate it.
Yeah, you better run.
What is that thing?
Well, this beast.
Turtle.
Tell us your gender. Female.
Wild milk.
Drink that lizard milk.
No.
You got it, boss.
No.
I do want to find this black hole though, because I would like to take us through.
Imagine a version of the base game where you could just like find a planet and be like, look at this cool thing that no one else who's playing this game has ever seen.
Right. Like, what's the purpose of however many thousands of worlds that Todd likes to talk about if they're all the fucking same?
When we first heard like there's gonna be 1,000 planets, you and I both realized like, okay, well realistically what it's gonna be is that there's gonna be 15 planets that have cool shit on them that are like bespoke and designed, and the rest are like, go into a cave and find a cool gun, right?
Sure.
Because that's what Fallout 4 is like. It's like, yeah, not every area is gonna be the USS Constitution. Some areas are gonna be. There's a alien blaster in here.
Yeah.
But there's not even that.
No, there's like nothing. Like, I mean, that's the thing is that it's just, there's nothing. I'm sorry. I'm having such with, I think the hardest thing about Starfield to me is the fact that it's just like a video game made for fun.
Yeah.
Like, it has no friction. It has no real conflict. It doesn't really give you like a reason to interact with any of its systems. Like, there's no reason to interact with like just to go back to settlement building one more time. There's really like no reason to interact with outpost building. But even from just like because like the thing is that in Fallout 4 there's also like a thematic reason for like building settlements if you want to engage with it in that way. If you want to be like who doesn't care about rebuilding the wasteland, then you totally have that option. You can have just a bunch of small outposts for yourself. Or if you want to flavor it that way, you can flavor it as like, I want to rebuild I want to build the Commonwealth, right? I want to make it into a place that people can live in instead of like a place that sucks.
Like
and that too makes sense,
like
right?
On PS4, I remember you built Hangman's Alley
into like a whole city.
To the point where you couldn't fast travel to it anymore.
That's right. Yeah, the game would crash every time I tried to.
Is there a freighter in orbit of this black hole? Hold on. Guys, this is a really unsafe place to land.
Oh, shit!
Oh, wait.
Whoa!
This is a really... You don't want to come here. This is bad for business.
This is insane to just have all of your shit, like, right here. Oh,
by the way, this guy is like... sometimes you come across these trading fleets, and these people in the frigates will be like, hey, do you want to hire me? Oh, I want to hire that guy. Absolutely. Get in my fleet, idiot. I just hired him. I poached him.
You poached him?
See, you can do that in this game.
Can you go into the black hole?
Would you like me to have a genome moment?
Yeah?
Let me talk to this guy first. Are you also good? No, you suck ass. I'm going.
Into the black hole.
You suck so bad that I'm going into this black hole.
Have you ever sucked so bad that you have to go into a black hole to like escape how bad this person sucks?
Anyway,
I just did.
Like, you built Hangman's Alley into an impenetrable fortress that no person could ever walk into without their world collapsing on itself.
That's correct.
And I love building the castle in every one of my playthroughs. Like, I try to like fine tune it and craft it and trick the game into putting stuff where it's not supposed to be.
Sure.
And like, I downloaded.
As you can see, the black hole displaced me 1.4 million light years.
Oh, nice! Good for you!
So I'm somewhere completely different.
Awesome!
Yeah, see, that's a video game thing to do.
That's a fun video game thing to do.
Unlike Starfield, where there's nothing to do.
That's right. There's no content at all.
Not a lick.
There's not. Yeah, the motivation of building, even if it's not for a tactical or a game beneficial reason, is that like Well, yeah, I have all these parts, and I want to play dolls.
I want to play with but like there is no like thematic reason for doing that in Starfield because Starfield has a whole bunch of already like nice built up settlements. There's multiple of them, right? Like there's tons of places for people to live. You don't need to build you don't need to fucking build a shack out in space for anybody, right?
And there's no functional reason for it either, because like Ben said earlier, like the only thing it does is increase the maximum distance you can do in a jump. But like there's no fuel, so the only thing it saves you is like 6 seconds of loading.
Just like, another load screen.
Yeah.
They did fix that in the mod, where you actually have like your hyperdrive has fuel that you have to like keep up with. This thing, because it's a insane god tier endgame robo ship, does not consume fuel very quickly. But like a lot of the pressure that you go through in the earlier game for this mod pack is actually trying to like. Sometimes you'll stop at a planet just because you're like, I'm out of gas.
Yeah, I gotta.
I need to get more gas for my boat.
There's no challenge. There's no decision making.
And this is, all these starships have these big AI computers, and this is like, if you're a criminal, you can come here and like feed it evil crime codes to falsify your passport so you can pretend that you're not a criminal. And you have to do that, otherwise the entire time you're being hounded by bounty hunters.
No, you're... Right.
You can, sadly, you won't get to see any of the thing here, but notice this one just screaming death repeatedly because he thinks it's fun. This is how you have to. Hi, bud.
Man. Hey guys, you enjoying the stream? Well, I'll catch you later.
This is like the text that you get here is all that you get by default. That red text that we got from him is normally untranslated, and you have to actually learn their language to translate it. And there's these guys. This guy said hi earlier.
He's just a little guy. He's trying to say hello.
He's just a little guy.
I love him.
And if I don't know what else I'll actually show off, but I can at least show off one other thing. Oh, actually, what I can do is I want to look at this guy's boat real quick. Because obviously, if you see a boat that you like, you can talk to the person who owns the boat and go, "Hey, buddy, I would like to buy your boat. Your boat is bad. I actually don't want to buy it. Never mind." But you can also, if you like their boat or you like the color of their jib, you can recruit them to your squadron.
Oh.
And they have different like personality types and things like that. So it's like this influences what kind of pilots you'll get in your squadron. And those are dudes who show up when I got attacked in air and they like help me fight.
He's reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the look of that man. He seems like a stalwart sailor.
That's right.
You know what? I respect the cut of your jib, but I'm gonna let you live your life.
Exactly.
What I can at least show, because we've talked about the characters, is I can at least like introduce you to a few of my little friends.
Yes, absolutely.
Friends. You have multiple friends.
Oh my god! I just noticed that you have a bobblehead on your dash.
Yeah, that's one of my friends. He's not around anymore, but that's one of my friends.
Oh, I see.
Oh, just like Warframe.
I see.
He had a run-in with God. Well, don't worry about it.
Okay. I see.
I called my friends and they teleported their giant space station immediately here, so I could come say hi because they love me.
Wow.
And there's no environments that look like this in vanilla Starfield. They really put a lot of work into this.
Wow. Damn, I really might have to play this.
So the thing is, I might be getting this mod.
Yeah, this mod's really good. And there's like a whole bunch of a familiar face.
Oh.
There's like a whole bunch of weirdos who hang out here.
Oh.
They have nothing to say to me. I don't like me enough yet to talk to me about their problems. But up here, I have my good friends. My good friend. Are they up here? Or they are up here. My good friends Polo and Nada.
Yay!
Priesternity Nada, my boy.
I love your
That's right, I'm Traveler Friend.
We did remember you.
They have more things to say usually. However, I've done like all the game's plot, so they're pretty like sparse on dialogue in this one.
I see.
These are my lifelong companions. Polo and Nada will be with me for the rest of my life. Unlike any given cast member in Starfield. Look at his funny little goggles.
Well, because for one thing, they also don't stick around in New Game Plus, which is, I think, the biggest squandered opportunity in Starfield is the New Game Plus.
Oh yeah,
because that could have been a cool thing where the whole gimmick is that you are fast traveling to a different reality, and you play out the same events again, but things are slightly different this time.
The problem is that, and I think this is the thing that we talked about in the most recent episode of the podcasting thing, where the one cool gimmick Starfield has is that if you do versus the permutations get weirder, right?
Right.
So it should have been that every permutation should have been available at the beginning of the game, and when you start a new game, you generate a seed, and that seed gives you a different universe, right?
Right.
Yeah, that would have been really cool, because then you would have immediately had people going, wait, hold on, you have like adults that you hang out with? Everybody in my game are kids. I'm hanging out with a bunch of children.
Right. There's a bunch of children all over the place running Constellation. Oh, there are different characters. In my game, Constellation is just multiple copies of myself, right? Because that's something you can happen to you. All of these, and then all of that would make you more interested in solving this whole finding the relic, right?
Right.
Because it's this universe is weird, and we know it. We will solve the problem of why the universe, right?
Yeah.
And then, but instead, no. It's the same extremely bad and boring beginning every single time. And if you reset the universe, you lose all your shit. So it's what's except for your fucking
you can't
build points.
Yeah, you can't even keep what you have on you when you jump to a new timeline. So
right.
That's not a New Game Plus. A New Game Plus is you keep all your shit.
Oh, it's even worse than New Game Plus. Yeah.
It's just a normal new game, but with an alternate start.
Yeah.
It's not actually
So, and again, why would you be incentivized to build a new ship if you're going to lose it when you beat the game? You try to move on. Either what you do is you either fast track the game, the storyline, to go to a cool new universe and see what new shit happens to Constellation.
Oh. And that's not fun because the storyline is fucking abysmal.
Yeah. Or you stick around to one timeline, and so you can actually explore it in its entirety and do the side quests and whatnot and ship upgrades and whatnot, and then not engage with the other half of the game.
Ooh.
You want to say hi to God with me?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, I'll say hi to God with you.
I'm afraid. I don't believe in God.
Well, it's fine. It's just a space alien. It's not actually a god.
That's the thing. On the game.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
Okay.
I was right in Final Fantasy XIV.
You mean Bredico's right in Final Fantasy XIV?
We were both right in Final Fantasy XIV. I was like, they ain't gods, baby, and I was right.
That's prog rock shit. Vanilla Starfield wishes it was this cool.
I wish we could fly into a fucking prog rock album.
I wish anything was anything in Starfield.
Wizards, the video game.
I know.
Remember whenever they let you go to the horrible nightmare cyberpunk's planet in Starfield, and it was boring?
And it fucking sucked.
There's nothing to do there.
There's nothing fucking new there, and you can't even do good drugs there. Man,
what's the point?
There's no fucking point. There's no crust. That's the thing I can't get over, and it's the thing that makes Cyberpunk really eat Starfield's lunch. Is that Cyberpunk is weird and gross and occasionally offensive in good and bad ways, right? But there's that crust there. that you can't ignore, and it's what gives it character. Like Cyberpunk has so much weird shit in it, and sometimes it sucks, but like it is trying to say and do things. It's trying to like piss you off or gross you out or offend your sensibilities.
Cyberpunk will whip its dick out at you.
Yeah,
and it will go look at this, and you look down and its dick is out.
And and I mean, you literally can whip its dick out. Like if you make
you can let that thing flop if you want.
Yeah, you can walk around with your thing, just flop around on a motorcycle.
You can flop swap that technology.
Yeah. And
anyway,
it's just like,
bye God.
Bye God.
But Starfield is even so. Starfield is so afraid of even doing like the hey, look at this hand sign.
Right.
Like the circle hand sign. Like it's afraid to even go that far.
Yeah, it won't even play the fucking circle game with you.
Yeah.
Boo.
Like, it just has nothing. Like this has something. Cyberpunk has something. Like, if you were able to somehow staple these two games together, you would have the better version of Starfield, right?
Yeah, the problem with Starfield, with vanilla Starfield, is that it is basically if you took 1.0 Cyberpunk and this mod and then stapled them together but also took out all the Riz.
Right. No Riz. Rizless video game.
Completely.
If you made it really bad for no reason.
I remember being desperate in Starfield to be like, can I get a cool looking outfit at all?
There are no cool outfits. Like there's no cool outfits. There's no like sexiness. There's no 60s go-go space outfit, right? Like, come on, really?
And also, like, even if you find outfits, you still have to have the spacesuit on over them at all times anyway. Yeah. It's like, unless you think to voluntarily remove the spacesuit with all your stats on it while you're on world. But, like, why would you ever do that?
The fact that they took a bat to the amazing... Still one of my favorite character creators is Fallout 4 of all time. Like, it's so perfect. It's immaculate. Yeah. They took a bat to that for Starfield.
For no reason.
For no reason, yeah. They took out the voice protagonist, which fine, but like I kind of missed it by the end of it.
But like the thing is that if you're gonna get rid of the voice protagonist, then it should be replaced with better unvoiced dialogue.
The problem was never that the protagonist was voiced. The problem is that you made a voice protagonist which hindered your ability to add a bunch of dialogue options because that's extra recording time. But you got rid of the voice protagonist but didn't add more dialogue options. You didn't add more stat stuff. Like Fallout New Vegas has your perks and your skills actually affect your options where you can pick for dialogue, right?
Yeah, which we thought would happen because they realized that was cool to do in Fallout 76.
Yeah,
and we thought, well, surely these lessons will carry forward.
But
it turns out, no, because all of the side Bethesda studios learned that lesson, and Bethesda Studios itself insists that is incompatible with Bethesda Riz.
You added a bunch of... You learned the lesson in Fallout 4 of not sticking with a single origin for both the male and female protagonist, right? Mm-hmm. Like, Fallout 3 has you are the child of a vault dweller, yada yada yada, you're finding your dad. New Vegas has nothing. You were born the day you got shot in the head.
Correct.
And Starfield is like, oh yeah, you can pick your background. It won't do anything. There's no.
It doesn't even give you like dialogue. It gives you like a handful of dialogue options.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, it gives you a handful of dialogue options. If you pick the dialogue option, if you pick the option where you have parents, like your prefab parents will show up in places, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there's some of those where it's like. It just doesn't actually do anything.
They're just there
at all.
You talk to them to have a conversation, and that's it. Like they don't they give you some stuff every so often, but like it doesn't significantly drive anything in the narrative or affect your character in a significant way, right?
Right.
Like, it doesn't affect anything. It doesn't change anything.
No.
It just it adds this bit of flavor that doesn't taste good.
Well, like I'm thinking, like so you can have the option in your character create. I didn't pick it, but you can have the option to be part of the Systems Alliance or whatever in Starfield, right?
Right.
And like by being that, does that give you the option to buy? Because like if you're not a member of the Systems Alliance, you can't buy the apartment in New Atlantis, right?
Right.
So if you're already a member of the Systems Alliance does that let you buy the apartment? But I don't think it does. I think you stupid fucking quests. Like, so there's no purpose.
I think it's super fucking quest. By the way, I was able to actually
go
to my little house where I have my little shack.
You have a space shack! How cute!
I have a space shack. I also have some dudes who live in my space shack. Oh, they're not around right now. They were around. Oh no, there they are. I had to cajole them because they haven't been here in a while. I have to summon them from the ether real quick. There they are.
You got some dudes.
The space shack is a little shack where we can.
And these guys will these guys have like entire quest lines for you. By the way, there's like entire storylines connected just to doing the shack building. It's completely optional.
Wow,
this is beautiful fun. Also, I got this vehicle.
You got a
vehicle
that I can drive around.
What?
You got a car?
Yeah, I can. I haven't like done anything to it, so it's still in like super shitty baby mode because I don't really fuck around with this stuff too much. But like, I got a car and I can just drive the car instead of being on my feet. And there's other vehicles as well that I never actually figured out properly how to make. Like, you can actually make like giant mechs in this game, which is very. Which you know, famously, they are outlawed in the Starfield normal canon. So like they've taken a lot of liberties with this mod to justify the inclusion of giant mechs. Sure. But you know, you can do that.
It's almost like it's a whole different video game.
How do you not have a dune buggy in Starfield base game?
You don't even have like a lunar rover.
How do you
you don't even have like a fucking basic lunar rover.
Like, are you kidding me with that?
Are you fucking like, okay, you can't do in-atmosphere flight for whatever fucking shitty tech reason. You should have figured out buggies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you should have figured out some kind of buggy.
You can't tell me that it's a loading thing anymore because we can go super fast with our jetpack.
Right.
Right? Like, so that's not an excuse anymore.
Right. Like, you just have to make the fucking...
Oh. And because I did make it, terrain deform.
Oh.
And it goes the other way, too. You can also build a terrain manipulator to let you make new terrain.
Oh! Fun.
Or you can do that with a different... there we go. I can just go, like...
Ooh! Oh, this is dangerous.
Yeah, you should not be showing us this, because this is going to be... Every year since FF14.
It's just it's a really impressive Starfield mod, guys. And I would feel remiss if
impressive Starfield mod for sure.
There's no way I'll be able to show off all the cool things in it because there's so many cool things in it that I just
ran over that camel.
Sorry. But there's no way I'll be able to show off everything in it because I haven't seen everything cool in it or just haven't found the time to do this or that cool thing. But there's a lot of cool things in the Starfield mod.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I far more than I ever enjoyed playing Starfield. I did not. I mean, ultimately, it all just comes down to the fact that I really did not even enjoy playing Starfield.
The insane thing, Sarah, is that you and I could talk. We talked for 3 hours about Detroit Become Human.
Yeah.
Right.
Not a very good video game, but I can still talk. for multiple hours.
I'm running out of things to complain about in Starfield because they don't exist.
Because it doesn't, like, because even Detroit Become Human, that is a video game I would rather play than 10 hours.
Well,
I would rather play a full playthrough of Detroit Become Human than another 10 hours in Starfield, right?
It's the way that we, like we've been doing those movie watch things, right? Where it's like, it's painful, but the pain is a unique, bespoke sensation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My gun's just floating there. How bizarre.
Oh, well,
That's weird.
Maybe if I switch to third-person mode, that'll be normal. Here we go. And then I go into photo mode.
Yeah, there's just...
There you go.
There's not even enough to complain about in Starfield. Yeah. It's like complaining about a giant box that's full of rat droppings. Like, eventually you're gonna run out of rat droppings to complain about.
Because, even Detroit Become Human, a video game made by, a person that I don't like, who is, a bad person and who, doesn't make good video games, even that has, a weird crust, and it has, it has, all of David Cage's fucked up perversions and his, weird beliefs and
weird plot elements that make no sense that make us burst out laughing and how absurd they are.
But, they still have, they still exist to make you feel something.
Yeah.
They don't care if they piss you off, right? There's still, some degree of, artistic intent.
Yeah, it's bad intent, but there's intent. This is...
It tastes like anything at all.
Yeah.
It has some flavor at all, and Starfield is nothing.
It's just the fucking Kanji Tatsumi bit from Persona 4. He's like, well, it's kind of impressive. You put so many ingredients into something and it came out tasting like nothing.
Yeah.
That's
I am
exactly
impressed that you did that.
Starfield, this is Todd Howard's dream game. He's been trying to get off the ground for fucking 15 years, and this is it? This is what you have to show for yourself?
This is the best idea you had? Just a video game about nothing and represents nothing?
You made a space game with no aliens in it?
Yeah.
This is your grand idea?
It's really hard to believe it took a small group of dedicated free modders working out of the UK for a considerable length of time to just put anything of value or substance or beauty at all in this video game, and they didn't have hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever Todd brought.
No!
Seeing this, and especially coming off of stuff like Infinite Wealth and FF7 Rebirth, which are very different genres than what Starfield is trying to be, but it's the same principle of just the idea of not holding yourself back.
Right.
And if you have an idea that you think is fun and engaging in a game that is meant to be captivating to this degree, right? The idea behind games like Starfield and Fallout 4 and New Vegas and Skyrim and all them they're supposed to trap you in their world, and you don't want to leave because you always want to see what's happening over the horizon, or what happens if I talk to this guy and oh shit, do I side with this guy or that guy? Do I how do I approach the situation? Oh man, I need to make this character my friend because I think they're really cool, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There's no yeah.
Yeah, that means that you don't try to sand off all the edges. You don't try to limit yourself to things that makes oh well, that wouldn't really make sense. No, do it, put it in.
But I think the thing with Starfield Vanilla is that it has this thing where it frequently has but it wouldn't make sense, but then that's a very obviously just an excuse concocted for them to do less development work on it, right? It wouldn't make sense for there to be space aliens or whatever. Why the fuck not? It wouldn't make sense for there to be exotic, beautiful planets with strange, impossible flora. Why not?
That's the genre.
Who cares?
It would be cool if it was there. Is the thing.
The party members you get in Fallout 4. Granted, half of them are like a third of them are boring and half of them are kind of okay.
Sure.
Right? Like they're not. No one is super like compelling and engaging besides like 2, maybe 3 of them.
Right.
But you get a noir detective robot who is in a trench coat. You get a big, strong green guy who's obsessed with Shakespeare. You get a guy who's like a talking zombie who wears Jonathan Hancock's coat.
Right.
You get characters.
Yeah, they're like fucking characters with personalities, and those personalities can conflict not with just you, but also with each other.
Yeah, you do the cool thing where you switch companions and they have a little line of dialogue, and some of them are like fucking hate each other.
Some of them don't like each other. They're just like, well, you're a fucking prick.
Yeah, like you get cool things. Like you get Dance and Hancock who just fucking hate each other, and they're like, go kill yourself, Hancock.
Right.
It's like, that's
fuck you too, Dance.
That's fun.
It's good. It's like there's friction, there's characters, there's personality. Like there's just nothing like that in anywhere in Starfield, and that ultimately is what it comes down to.
And even some of them can change as you like do their character.
Yeah. Like Kate and McCready literally change.
Yeah, Kate and McCready like turn friends.
Yeah, and like
it's so funny.
Yeah.
And Hancock and Kate stop getting along when she stops doing drugs.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, like those are fun little things.
And you get 0 of that in Starfield because there's no one to exist to stand out,
Right.
Like if you lined up the entire cast of main recruitable characters in Starfield, you'd think that you were lining up a bunch of Minutemen settlers that wander around your settlement, like that, just like the random NPCs you recruit. Lines. It's embarrassing, really.
Yeah. That's just what it boils down to. It's just like, wow, you literally, you took no lessons from, all of the valid critiques of Fallout's. Fallout's even, Fallout 3 and New Vegas and 4 and Skyrim, and Oblivion. There's so many valid critiques. Even of video games like New Vegas, right? There are valid critiques of that video game. I don't like its open world. I think it's bad, honestly. But you have so many reference points on how to make a better video game. Just in the form of what people have said about your other video games that they like a lot. But are still well, it's not quite there. People like Fallout 3 a lot. They're wrong, but they like Fallout 3 a lot. And it's just
maybe that remake will fix it, but we'll find out.
I don't know. I always think it's funny that the guy who does challenge runs on YouTube, Nurbit, he's a funny guy. His favorite Fallout is Fallout 3. I'm like, I don't get it, dude, but good for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's something you saw something in Fallout 3 that makes it your favorite. Starfield doesn't got fucking any of that, right? There's a crust to Fallout 3 that I even get.
I can always understand, not understand, but I can always appreciate someone who likes something that I don't, right?
Sure.
If you can find the joy in something that I actively fucking hate, then more power to you, right?
Unless you like Starfield, I don't get you though.
Starfield, what part of this do you like more than anything else Bethesda's put out?
Or why aren't you playing No Man's Sky? If you like Starfield so much, why are you not playing Cyberpunk? Or why are you not playing No Man's Sky? Or why are you not playing...
What's No Man's Sky? I've never heard of it.
That's the name of this
I know, right? Don't worry about it. Why are you not playing any of these other space video games that do what Starfield does, but better, right?
But objectively better. I know opinions aren't objective, but, there are so many obstacles. It's like saying that you have one path that is completely clear and paved and the other is covered in nails. One is objectively better than the other.
That's right. Yeah. So that's kind of it. That's all I really got. I only got so much in my system to even talk about Starfield forever.
Yeah, that's now we never have to think about it again.
And I won't. That's the thing, is that it's not like... It isn't like other Bethesda games, like Skyrim and Fallout 4, which are like... I like, but I understand that they're flawed, so I think about them constantly.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, okay, yeah, I think about those video games constantly, because I'm like, oh, but what if they had done this? Like, all it takes is a couple changes. All it takes is a couple changes to make Fallout 4 into a video game. You can't, like, into a good video game.
Right.
You can't say that about Starfield. There are no small number of changes that would make Fallout 4 into a good game. That would make Starfield. I'm had a couple glasses of wine now.
You need several things in order to just make it a fucking game.
Right.
Yeah, I just like, there are a few things you need to change to make Fallout 4 a game.
That's correct. Well, yeah, that's true. But even still, I mean, just like...
I mean, the things that you have to change about Fallout 4 to make Fallout 4 a game are comparatively surface level.
Yeah. Just a couple things here and there, and then, like, whatever. Bing, bang, boom, you're good.
A dedicated swaths of free players have been making those changes for free for years, and they have succeeded, much like with Skyrim, in turning that into a video game that like you want to play because you have fun with it, and not just because it's like
I just think
like pleasant oatmeal.
Yeah, I just think constantly about like the huge communities, the equivalent of like a small city of people who are working on Skyrim and Fallout 4 still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And the big names in the modding community for those games went like out loud and blatantly, Starfield's too boring for us to want to do big mods.
There's nothing to work with there, right? Like,
we are like the one guy who was like, not even just said there's nothing to work with, this was like, I just don't like this game and don't want to fix it.
It fucking sucks, yeah.
Like, I'm bored of this game and don't want to keep... It reminds me a lot of when the angry video game nerd was like, hey, I'm making this announcement to say that I'm not doing a review or a movie rant or whatever about the 2016 Ghostbusters movie.
Mm-hmm.
And my reason is, I just don't really want to go see it. Like, I don't think it looks interesting and I don't want to watch it. So I'm not going to, because that's just going to make me mad. Like,
a reasonable opinion to have.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I don't want to mod this game because I don't want to keep engaging with it.
Because if you mod it, then you have to play test it, and it just fucking sucks to play. Like, it's not fun.
You know, Sarah and I talk a lot about, like, on here, where we're like, whenever Fallout 4 crashes at this point, we're both like, yeah, that's our fault.
No, we did that.
We're stapling so many things to you that it's no wonder you crashed.
Yeah,
Fallout 4 is that one comic where it's like, hey man, can you play some music for me? I think I can do that. Yeah. And it's like the old man is the guy's laptop or whatever.
Yeah.
So that old laptop has a breakdown and starts crying. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, man. That's on me. I should have been more considerate of your limitations. You know.
Yeah.
You gonna do that again? No. Okay. Well, we're good, man. We're good.
We're good. Don't worry about it.
You got your crash out for the day. It's fine.
You know what? It's just, and there's just nothing to...
There's nothing to grasp onto to start with Starfield.
There's nothing. It's sad. It's just sad. It's a nothing video game made for nobody.
You know, the term sandbox gets thrown around a lot, but like that's what it really is. It's a giant sandbox, and Starfield is 100 6x6 inch sandboxes.
Right.
It's like, well, there's nothing for me to play with here.
I can't do anything with this, guys. Yeah.
You compartmentalize it too much.
It's all sandbox and no like toys or like scoops or
you don't have
castle molds or anything like that.
The sand doesn't even go deep enough.
Bucket.
It's just
they're so small and compartmentalized. I can't actually like put foot into the sandbox
and build in it. Yeah.
Because my too big for the sandbox.
Yeah, exactly.
Each individual little compartment.
It's just nothing. It's just nothing. That's the thing. It's just the thing that like. I think it's the thing that confuses me the most about Starfield after all this time still, is that it's a video game that, like, they didn't even understand why people like their video game.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the thing that always confuses me, is that the people who made Starfield don't understand why people like Bethesda games. They don't understand that addicting loop.
They like they like the one big area.
That's it. Like they think that's why people like their games is because it's in a big open area. It's like no, you've misunderstood catastrophically.
And Starfield doesn't even have one big area. It has a bazillion little areas that aren't engaging enough for you to like click on it.
And they all suck. Yeah.
They're not fun.
They're not fun. So yeah, Starfield isn't fun. It's not even that fun to like riff on and talk about.
I know, there's nothing to talk about. Like I said, like I go back and I listen to our episodes about The Quiet Man or Detroit Become Human, because it's like those at least had things that made us laugh at how bad it was.
Sure. Like there's an entertainment quality to its badness because it's still made by people who give a shit, right?
Like I can't. I say better a 1 than a 5, right? Better a 1 than a 5.
Better 1 than a 5.
And Starfield is the 5.
Yeah.
It's just
like the perfect
boring.
Example. It's just boring.
The problem is Starfield isn't the perfect 5. It's the 4 rounded up.
Yeah.
It's the 4 and change rounded up to a 5. Like it's only getting there on technicality.
Yeah. It's just dull.
Yeah, so that's the Starfield episode. It's just dull.
That's it. Dull. Now we don't have to talk about Starfield anymore.
And I literally never will ever again. I promise you that.
Yeah, I'm sad I didn't talk more about Starfield Vanilla during my modded Starfield playthrough because truthfully, it's been so long since I played like my 40 hours of Starfield Vanilla that like. The only things I really remember about it, with any clarity, are just the boredom and disappointment and being really irritated at the Nothing Burger characters. Shoutouts to Mateo. That little freak. I hate his guts. They put a character in the script to waste your time.
That's correct. Just nothing characters in a nothing video game. You had Quark in your fucking video game, and you wasted him. You wasted him. How could you?
How did you do that to Quark?
How did you do that to Quark of Deep Space Nine fame? Like
they didn't waste Odo.
They didn't waste Odo. Odo was extremely well used in New Vegas. Perfect. But no, in Quark, he's just like and he's just like every other Starfield character. He's a blandly nice rich guy.
Yeah.
That's it. Like he has no crust. He's not a freak. He's got like a wife that he loves, and she's like she's just kind of snarky, but she's not too she's girl boss, but she's not too mean. Right?
Yeah.
She's not supposed to offend you either. Like nobody is even Peanut's tired of hearing about you.
Peanut's like, this is the same conversation we've had before. I'm tired.
This is Peanut's review of Starfield.
Yeah. So yeah, they wasted Quark, and they wasted my time, and they made me waste my money on a computer for no reason.
Yeah.
So, thanks, I guess. At least we got to watch you play No Man's Sky.
Anyway, this is a cool game called No Man's Sky.
My god!
we tricked you all.
April Fools. But No Man's Sky looks cool as shit.
This game, like I played No Man's Sky when it came out, and even then I was like, this is actually kind of engaging, and I kind of fell off just because like it's like just other stuff came up, and I like stopped engaging with it. But like the work they've done to fix this game is bar none some of the highest quality I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's kind of astonishing that, and again, like, they've never charged for any of these updates either. It's just they keep putting out updates completely for free. Like, I don't think this game, I think it's the only reason why the game's, like, always on sale but never goes down in price. It's like, they have not, I have to stress, they have not made any further attempts to monetize the game. If you bought this on PS4 for $60 or whatever, you can boot that shit up and just have access to all this stuff because they never dared ask you to pay money for it.
They are the ideal game dev. They're like, we fucked up. We're gonna fix it, and we're gonna fix it forever.
We're gonna fix this game forever.
And the thing is that after a certain point, if they did say like, yeah, we're gonna charge money for the next expansion, I don't think anybody would care. I think they'd be like,
at this point, I continue to be shocked that they haven't. Like, I'm like, guys, you made good on this like 3 or 4 years ago. You can ask me for another $20 if you want. They don't even have microtransactions. It's weird. It's like so weird.
It's like the ontological opposite of, I like their product. I want to have a little walking around money. It's like,
hey, Hello Games, I like your product, and you're like, no walking around money, please. Just play the game. I'm like, okay, are you sure you don't want to walk around money? No,
walking around money.
That's how you know they're a British studio. They're like, oh, good heavens, no, I couldn't possibly ask for a little walking around money.
Yeah. So I probably am gonna play No Man's Sky sooner than later now because it looks good as shit.
Look forward to like 3 weeks from now when we're like, what did we play this week? We played No Man. We played a lot of No Man.
We played No Man's Sky because Saturn played it and said it was Starfield the entire time, and I definitely believed them.
And now I'm sick of shit. I want to play it myself.
We should.
I bought it. I didn't say it on the podcast, but I bought coordinates to like. Some sketchy guy sold me coordinates to a derelict freighter that I'm trying to like go in and salvage for parts, but it's swarming with horrible little beasts.
Yes, I'm seeing this. It's full of little beasties. You gotta kill all these beasties.
Question for you, Saturn.
Yeah.
Is it still a nearly impossible task to find other people, like deliberately?
Well, the thing is, originally it was an impossible task because there being any multiplayer in the game just wasn't true.
Yes.
Like, period. Now there's like match-made multiplayer.
Nice.
Okay,
the only reason I haven't literally the only reason I haven't come across anyone on this is because I have online multiplayer turned off.
Okay.
Just because like I like playing solo. But like if you want to like and like it has like in-game VoIP and shit like that. Like if you wanted to just like have an experience where you can meet a guy and say, "Hey, what's up?" That version of the game exists.
So we can hang out.
Yeah, we absolutely could hang out. I could turn on multiplayer just to come hang out with you and say hi and fly around your solar system or whatever.
Well, something to consider.
That's a thing to keep in mind.
Stinky binky.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well,
this was a fun video podcast or just stream.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck this is.
Ben, I'm counting on you to decide when the stream's over because I'm just going to probably continue just thinking around on this.
I think we're good. Do you have any other final thoughts about Starfield before we close the book on that forever?
It's bad. Don't play it. Even if they update it, don't play it.
I was right to not have purchased it.
You're so smart.
You're smart.
I wish it was possible to get a refund or somehow make money off of it, so I didn't have to feel like I wasted the money getting it early. Because it is the only time I can think of where I'm like, because I bought it on Steam and it's digital and I played it for 40 hours and as a result can't return it. It's the only time in recent memory where I'm like, I wasted money on a video game.
I wasted my money, yeah.
I play gachas and I feel like I wasted money on Starfield.
Yeah.
It shouldn't happen often, but sometimes you need a bad purchase to stay forever to keep you humble.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. It keeps you on your toes.
Where the fuck?
So, all right, folks.
Shush.
I think we'll be good for now.
We're good.
This was a lot of fun. Happy April Fools, everyone.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good night, all.
Good night, everybody.